I can see it now. All the people out there who are massively depressed, they're looking at this title and saying there's no way that you can use logic to escape depression. Well, I'm here to tell them that they're completely and utterly wrong because you can. But not if you're a freaking moron. 2.5 years ago, three maybe, 2.5 years ago, I was completely lost, depressed, fat. I hated my job. I literally had no idea what to do to escape this feeling of just sheer shittiness. But the first thing I knew was that there was no chance in hell I was going to a therapist to just hear about how my feelings are validated and it's okay to not be okay. All that's just bullshit, bro. You can fix all of your own problems by looking on the inside first. So day by day, I gradually began to figure out what the hell was wrong with me and why. What I discovered was that I was completely and utterly lacking purpose, and it was completely ruining my life. Now, by the end of this video, you're not going to find your purpose, but you are going to be able to walk the path to actually put the building blocks together to start finding your own purpose. But most importantly, you're going to figure out how to use logic to actually escape and defeat depression. So bust out your trusty notepads, man, because listen, we're going to get into some sauce here. Now, what I've come to realize is that there are four main pillars of life. And once you start to figure this out and develop each pillar, that's exactly when everything changes. The first pillar that I always like to start with is the mind, because your mind, bro, is what literally controls and dictates your reality. In fact, your thoughts control your actions dictate your results, and your results dictate your reality. Now, here's the thing. How do you develop your mind? Well, yeah, it's easy to say just start to think better, but most of you don't understand why you're thinking poorly in the first place. Now, yes, most of you probably lack purpose, but how do you start to develop your mind so you can start walking the path to getting some purpose in your life? The first thing I would do is focus on the MJR strategy. That comes down to meditate, journaling, and reading. Now, what meditation is going to do for you is help you find your peace. It's going to help you stay grounded and be able to ignore and push away those negative thoughts so you don't bask in them all day. Journaling is going to help you understand your thoughts, understand who you are, self-analyze, and only help you in the future literally just understand why you do what you do. And reading, bro, there are plenty of smarter people than you and I. You might as well read their books. Inject some of their knowledge into your life, whether it be self-improvement, whether it be like a book like Atomic Habits, understanding how the little habits you do each day lead to exponentially big results. You can start to understand exactly why you do things and why you should stop doing the things that are only hurting you. That can only start within your own mind. And the next part is pretty simple, bro. It comes down to the body. Your body is most important, bro. You only get one. There's no excuse to be fat. What it comes down to is just eating real food. Right? Get rid of the processed junk, bro. It's doing nothing but ruining your mind, your gut, and as a byproduct, your life. Now, everyone gets scared because they think they need to be in the gym too. And like, here's the thing, bro. You should be working out, especially as a man. But you don't have to be working out until failure 6 times a week. Just shoot for 3 to 4 times a week in the gym, or at least some kind of working out. If you add in like 10,000 steps per day, bro, you're cooking. You're going to get lean. You're going to put on more muscle. And you're gonna start to feel a whole hell of a lot better because you're actually putting real food into your body. If you don't know how to train, literally start looking up YouTube videos, but realistically, you can just buy a program from like Jeff Nipper, Gregor Gallagher, anyone, bro. Just go out there and start your own program. Fuck, even ask ChatGPT for your own program and commit to developing your body. You feel way better when you look great. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just your mind and your body, not enough. Because you can't be missing the most important part, in my opinion, which is literally your spirit. I don't care who you are, what you do. Christ is king, number 1. Number 2, connect with God. Connect with a higher power. Number 1, his finger's already extended. You have to extend yours, and then everything else changes. What I do, I read the Bible every day. Right? I'm not always the best with it, but I try to be as consistent as humanly possible because I know that you can't pour from an empty cup. God's cup is always filled, and he can take his energy, he can take his wisdom, guidance, and knowledge and literally dump into your cup. Dude, I did not mean to say it like that, but you get the point. Everything changes once you tap in with your creator, bro. Everyone has a father. Some of you probably don't have fathers. That's fine. But there is no one like the Father. And what happens is you'll start to notice that once you start taking care of your mind, once you start taking care of your body and your spirit, you start to develop a purpose in your life. Because with your spirit, with your body, with your mind developed, you start to get clarity, bro. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you're not meant to just go work your shitty 9 to 5. You're not meant to doom scroll on the internet all day. You're not meant to eat shit food. There's something out there. And for me, I do find purpose in creating this e-commerce brand that I'm running right now. For me, it was business, right? I needed to actually find a way out of the 9 to 5, and I'm using business to kind of tackle that mountain. And I love it. Personal brand as well. I love giving back all the sauce that I've learned along the way because it can help people. If I help one person, bro, that's checking off the box of my purpose. And I already got the body, I'm developing my mind, and I'm touching in with God. So slowly but surely what happens is you start to spiral uphill. Everyone talks about a downward spiral. It's because they have no purpose, they have no mind, they have no body, they have no spirit. And some people might even be checking off these boxes, bro. But you know what? It takes time. It does. You can't just ignore this fact. So what you're doing is you're using logic to escape depression because, yeah, it's obvious that you need to develop a better mindset if your mind is betraying you. It's obvious that you need to develop a better body if you're fat. And it's obvious that if you're not touching in with God, the only logical thing to do would be to touch in with God. And as a byproduct, He will reward you with purpose, or at least clarity around that purpose. And then all of a sudden, once you start acting on your thoughts, acting on your program, and praying, everything else changes. You start to develop a purpose just through self-improvement alone in these 4 pillars. And then all of a sudden, shit changes. And when shit changes, that's fucking awesome, bro. Because you're not expecting yourself to go from 0 to $1 million or 0 to purpose in one day. It's the fact that you're actually pursuing this journey along the way. And because of that, you're walking the path towards a more purposeful life. You're escaping depression because you're using logic. You're developing your mind, body, spirit. You're touching in with God, and therefore He rewards you with purpose. It's not simple. No, it is simple. It's just not easy because there's going to be a lot of noise in your mind telling you, you know what? I prayed today, I read the Bible, and nothing happened. Shit. I listened to a podcast, and I still feel like shit. I worked out today, and I still am fat. Bro, it's not about the destination. It is, though, about the journey. And once you step onto a journey of self-improvement, it doesn't mean you're going to reach your goal overnight. But what happens is you start walking the path towards your goals, and that's exactly when everything changes. Because instead of just waking up to go to work and feeling depressed about it, you're waking up, you're going to work. You might feel like shit that you're going to a shit job you hate, but you know that you're developing yourself along the way. So one day you quit that fucking job and you get a better one, or you start that business, you post that video, and then all of a sudden you're a whole different you. And that's what this is, bro. If you're depressed right now, you just need to become a better version of you, a different version of you. And it's out there, it's possible. You can find it within yourself by touching with God, by developing your mind, by developing your body, and as a byproduct, you get rewarded with your purpose inherently, just at a basic minimum. Your new purpose is developing yourself, and then other doors will open along the way. It's a beautiful thing. I know it because I went through it, and things do get better. You can do this. I believe in you. But just start to act now.